Delays and backlogs at the DMV are nothing new, but locals say doing business at any DMV office is getting harder and taking longer. As frustration mounts and the Real ID deadline looms, we dig deeper into the reasons behind the delays and what can be done to clear the road ahead.
I went to Sam's Club and got 4 cases of water and anything I would need that was freezable that I could be sequestered at home for 6 weeks.
You'd think Georgiana Rosenzweig was preparing for another pandemic.
I'm just baffled by the whole thing.
Instead, she was getting ready to put her life in park due to an expired driver's license, despite having made every effort to get it renewed.
I felt it was like being bullied. That's the feeling I got. It was like, this is it, no options, go home, deal with it.
When she got her renewal notice in the mail, she tried to do it online, but learned she wasn't eligible.
She was over 71, which means that you do have to come into an office and get that renewal done in person, just so that she could get administered an eye test.
Okay, no problem. Or so Georgiana thought when she showed up at her local DMV office.
And she says, well, we will not see anybody. There's no walk-ins anymore at the DMV. You have to have an appointment.
What's the deal with that? What happened to walk-in Wednesdays? DMV spokesperson Haley Foster says walk-ins were suspended last summer.
Kind of like warmer temperature weathers. We didn't want people like waiting outside.
So they made all in-person services appointment only. The heat, as it always does, went away when the season changed, but
We do know that, those walk-ins were crucial.
Walk-in days did not return.
We do have an option where Tuesdays at 8 p.m. we open up about like 600 appointments, I want to say, at each metro office for people who kind of like want to come in on Wednesdays.
Georgiana tried that using this slip of paper the DMV gave her with a QR code.
Oh my goodness, I got onto the website and it said, you are number 5,000. I just couldn't believe it. I thought I was reading wrong.
She took these screenshots as she waited and waited.
Finally, it let me in after about 90 minutes.
Only to learn the soonest she could get an appointment was the end of May.
So, of course, I was upset. That's 6 weeks after my license expires, and what am I going to do? And I asked my neighbors, I got a couple neighbors, and they said, oh yeah, I know someone. They drove a whole month without a license because they couldn't get in. So that's why I emailed you, because no one can get help.
Foster says the crush of last-minute Real ID customers trying to beat the May 7th deadline is preventing people from getting other in-person services done in a timely manner.
A renewal appointment is grouped in with a generic, driver's license or ID appointment. So they kind of do fill out a little bit quickly now that the deadline is like right on the corner.
Can someone get an appointment in a timely fashion?
Yeah, that's, again, the hardest part. I would just say, people cancel their appointments all the time.
Her advice? Keep checking the website in case something suddenly opens up. She recommends snagging the first appointment of the day and says make sure you have to be there in person. If you can complete your service online, do it. Do you find any of this setup acceptable?
No.
None of it?
No. That's fine if they want to make appointments, but you have to be able to get them in a timely fashion.
After Georgiana reached out to ask me what's the deal, I was able to help her break through the backlog and got her a next day appointment so she could renew her license before it expired.
I mean, if it wasn't for you bypassing that system, I wouldn't be able to drive here today.
So what's your message to the DMV from a Las Vegas local who had to turn to the media for help getting something basic done?
Open up your doors and let people come in and service them.
That is just what the DMV is doing, at least for some. Customers who need a Real ID can visit any Nevada DMV office without an appointment on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 4 p.m. between now and May 15th. The spots are limited and first come, first served until the office reaches capacity. We have a link to more information on that posted with this story on our website at ktnv.com. I'm Darcy Spears telling you what's the deal.